Hey guys, Richard here for the School of Nomads. So in today's review I want to go through a service called Playlist Push. Now in a nutshell, what this service is doing is connecting the songs of artists with curators. So the curators will actually review their songs and get paid to review their songs. Now I have seen a few reviews that say you get paid to actually listen to the songs, and that's not completely true, as I'm going to go through in this review. I'm going to show you exactly how you get paid and the kind of hoops you have to jump through. So this is going to be good for some people who've already got big playlists on platforms like Spotify or Apple or YouTube. But for others who are just starting out, I'll show you the types of things that you need to get before you can actually start earning money on a site like this. So my name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to this channel before and you're interested in reviews just like this one, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I do new reviews. And if you're interested in the blueprint that I use to make money online, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, and I'll take you through the whole process step by step. So let's jump into Playlist Push. Now what we're interested in is the curators part of this. Now if I go through here, the main headlines really are you get paid to review songs, not just to listen to them. I've seen a lot of reviews, as I said, that are saying that you get paid to listen to songs. You're actually getting paid to review the songs. And the reason that is so important here is that you get actually scored on the way that you're reviewing songs as well. So there's a lot of things that you need to be able to do to actually get a decent amount of money on here. Now, they're saying you get paid up to $12 per song. If you look into the terms and conditions, it's anything from $1 to $12 a song. And I'm going to go through various other things that are going to kind of reduce the amount of money you get paid. In essence, what you're doing is you have an existing playlist that shows you're active on platforms like Spotify. And I'll take Spotify as my main example here. So you have an existing playlist on a platform like Spotify. And then once you apply here, if the songs that they want you to review are applicable to the genre of your actual playlist, then they'll send you a song to review, and then within 2 weeks you've got to review that song, and then you get paid based on that review. So that's essentially what's happening here. But of course there's lots of things that you have to kind of achieve before you can apply to be a curator, and I'll go through some of the terms and conditions now. So first of all, it's all about the playlists. So just before I jump straight into the terms and conditions, if you're completely new to anything like Spotify, if you go on Spotify, you can create playlists that you can literally share with your followers. And you gain followers and people interact with your playlist, they listen to your songs, and it's a way of obviously growing a following on these platforms. So that being said, if you've already got a playlist, you know all this stuff. So what you need to have, if you've already got a playlist, is a minimum of 400 followers. You'll need at least 30 active monthly listeners, or you'll need a minimum of 1% active monthly listeners. Now, that means if you have thousands of people on your playlist, that needs to be an active playlist, and at least 1% of those people need to be listening to your playlist, just to make sure that you've not got some kind of dead playlist somewhere that's not really being used. Now, I'll come into a little bit later in the video, if you stick around, about how you can actually grow your playlist. But there's other things that they're really strict on here in this service. So you're not allowed any fake bot followers. So I've seen other online gurus, I'm afraid, kind of showing you how to go ahead and buy followers for these playlists. These guys have got algorithms that will tell them whether somebody on your playlist is genuine or not. So you might get away with it for the first time, but then they'll realize very quickly that your playlist isn't genuine. So it has to be a genuine playlist. You're not allowed to have fake listening activity going on. You're not allowed to have fake followers activity going on. So in essence, everything has to be 100% organic, which is obviously not easy to achieve. But you know, some of you cool cats out there, I'm sure, have got 100% organic playlists. So this might be something cool for you. Now, the types of playlists they don't want to see are things like movie and soundtrack playlists, playlists that change their title to attract followers, playlists for specific albums or songs or artist bands, and playlists that focus on specific decades. So, because the idea of this is obviously new artists are coming out with their new music, and they're going to be very restrictive of the types of playlists that they can go on. So that's the kind of overall requirements for playlists. The other things to consider here is your playlist needs to be in a genre that's popular and is applicable to the artist that's actually wanting to have the review done. So again, if you think about the way this works, your playlist has to be a certain size, and also it has to be of a certain genre. So it's kind of cutting down the amount of reviews you're likely to get in a given month for your particular playlist. So if I just jump over to kind of your playlist rules. they're saying here that how many songs you receive, it will depend on the targeting of the actual genres within somewhere like Spotify. There's like 1,800 genres in Spotify, and they use that to target where a song would best fit. So, and just as an aside, you're only required to actually review these songs. You're not required to actually add them to your playlist. They obviously want you to, because that's the way that these artists get more exposure, but you're not required to. So it says here, depending on your reputation score, which is the thing that's a really key thing here. The reputation score is 1, based on the way that you do your reviews, but 2, also how active your playlist is. So everything's really dependent on the activity and the amount of exposure you have on these platforms. So you can get anything from $1.25 up to $15 per song. And of course, the more active listeners your playlist has and the more active you are on Playlist Push, the higher your payout will be. So again, there's kind of lots of hoops there that they're going to vary the amount you're actually going to get paid per song. So I wouldn't expect to have any kind of full-time living off this unless you're somebody who has really, really big and active playlists on some of these bigger platforms. So if you are interested in doing something like this and you have a playlist on somewhere like Spotify, there is a few tips I can give you to grow your actual playlist. So the first one, and it's kind of on everybody's list on how to grow your playlist on platforms like Spotify, is you've got to jump over to Reddit and join some of these subreddits that are specifically designed to advertise your playlist. So let's jump over to Reddit. If you come over to Reddit and you just search for Spotify playlists on Reddit, and you'll get to some of these really big subreddits, and these subreddits are designed to actually advertise your particular playlists, right? So this is a really big one. So you should need to pop over here and join this subreddit. So there's lots of different conversations on here. Lots of people posting on here whenever they add a new hit to their playlist. So this is a really active way to get exposure to your playlist straight away. So come along here, look at the different rules that they have here. Like only repost once every 24 hours. So don't spam these guys, but come over here and be an active member of this group, and you'll start getting more and more followers to your particular playlist. Now, as you see, this has got 56,000 curators on here, and there's 108 people online now. So this is a great active one to be part of. So Spotify playlists is one. Then you have a few others here that are actually already recommending. Spotify playlist, 4,500 members. True Spotify, 6,000 members. So this is the place that you need to come to actually start getting more followers on your playlist. The other two resources, and I'll leave them below, are some nice Google articles that show you how actually to go ahead and get more followers. So this one is Ditto Music, and I'll leave these links below in the description. And it gives you some nice ways to start growing your followers on Spotify. I think there's about 10 ways there. And the second one is Soundfly, and it gives you 8 effective ways to get more playlist followers on Spotify. So these are two really nice resources that you can go ahead and use and start implementing some of this stuff. Now, just a word of warning, there is a lot of sites, and some people on here I've noticed that will actually tell you to go and buy followers to build up your followers on these platforms. Now, I've read a lot of information around Playlist Push, and they're very, very good at banning people that they know are trying to grow their followers in a non-organic way. So you've got to be really careful if you're going to go down that route, because the likelihood is you're not going to get anywhere and you'll end up getting banned from this particular opportunity. But if you've already got an existing playlist and it's active, then this could be someone that'd be great for you, because you get to see new music, you get to do a little bit of reviewing, and you can add those new tracks to your existing playlists, and so you're kind of ahead of the curve in a way, because you're seeing music first. So thanks for taking the time to watch this review, guys. As I said, Playlist Push is cool, right? If you've got an existing playlist, or you want to build up to have a playlist over 400 followers, then this could be a nice way for you to earn money. If you haven't, and you're just looking for somewhere to kind of get paid quickly, this is maybe not for you, because obviously you need to work at this, and playlists on these kind of platforms, they need working at all the time. There's lots and lots of competition. You always need to be refreshing it. You always need to be advertising it. So it's just kind of a lot of work to keep a playlist up to date. If you do sign up for this service, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how you get on. And again, thanks for taking the time to listen. My name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you do want to hear more reviews like this, I do like to review these opportunities for making money online, just to give you my opinion on whether I think it's a good use of your time. If you're interested in that, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell. and I'll let you know whenever I release new reviews. And if you want the blueprint for how I make money online, go ahead and check out the link in the description below over to the School of Nomads, and I'll let you know step by step. Until next time, guys, take care.